Hey guys, I hope you're having a beautiful day. I just left my neighbour's house. I had the most stunning day today with her. She's my best friend, honestly. She's 80 years old, absolutely like my angel. I've known her since I was born. She helped deliver me when I was born. She still lives right next to me and she is the biggest blessing of my life. So I was with her today. We had the best day. We had a picnic in her garden, had all my favourite foods. We just had such a heartfelt time. Like, I left there, my heart was so full. I was so grateful, so blessed to be with her. I went out earlier and got dragon fruit, so I took that. We had dragon fruit, bun and cheese, garlic bread thing, and fruit, all the fruit you can imagine. And it was just beautiful. Fresh mint tea, sitting with the flowers, stunning. She is literally the most beautiful woman I've ever met, inside and out. She was born and raised in Jamaica. She is the most talented, skillful, clever, like, she is just like the plant doctor, for real. She's out there till midnight. I hear she's cutting her grass at midnight. Like, there is no stopping this woman. Weeding, whatever she's doing, growing things you don't even think you can grow in this climate. She's just everything. Anyway, so the last few weeks, months, I don't even know now, it's just been an absolute nightmare. My mental, spiritual battles, I just really had enough wanting to give up. So going to see her today was everything. Just as I was leaving, my mood just shifted and she picked up on it straight away and she was like, "What's wrong, Laura dear? Like, we just had the most beautiful day. Like, what's wrong?" And a comment had come through which really triggered me for many different reasons. And I am so aware of all the reasons why it triggered me. I'm so aware of all the reasons why logically I shouldn't speak about it. And I'm so aware of why logically I should speak about it. And I took a minute and I was guided to do this video and also do a Capricorn reading at the end of it. I don't see how that's going to work logically. So I'm not even probably going to title this as a reading because I don't think I'm going to get to that point with what I'm going to share here. But we'll see, like, that's what's coming through. So yeah, my mood just dropped as I left. It's just all these, so triggered. And someone had basically just commented something. First thing, with anyone on social, online, it doesn't matter how many followers you got, it doesn't matter how much love you get, it doesn't make it any easier to receive vile, ignorant opinion. It doesn't. Like, it doesn't make it any easier. Like, there's a reason why people with millions or trillions or zillions of pounds and all the followers in the world and all the luxuries in the world end their life. Why they can't cope, why things go south, why things are different behind closed doors. It takes a lot to be verbally abused or be made to feel a way and just not care and just let it go. It's human to care. It's human to as much as it's that thing of like, don't care about anyone thinks, don't seek external validation, it's human to care. Now, this comment, which I'm going to get to in a second, triggered me for good reason. It triggered me because it was meant to. It's divine. Even the idiots are divine, because it's telling me something that I need to face in myself. It's telling me something I'm holding on hate to, I've got anger about. It's helping me with my own ancestral healing. It's helping me get into my heart space. It's helping me to accept. I see a quote just before I was about to jump on here. And it was like, I'd literally just done this video, but I've had to restart it because I was just like, Hulk. But, and I need to be in my heart space to really go there. I did question it. I was sitting just like arguing back and forth, like, what is the intention of me putting this out? I don't want to emotionally react. Is this because I feel a way? So I've taken some time, but it's coming through strong. I'm being guided to share this. We'll see. I feel like worst case scenario in my head, I'm like, if I watch this back and I still don't feel, I won't put it out. But my ancestors are like, you go and say what you need to say. So yeah, It's not easy. So to anyone that's trying to put themselves out there, that is putting themselves out there, is thinking about putting themselves out there, you really have to be your own best friend. Back yourself, know yourself. Because people will say anything because they're hurting. It's not about you, it's about them. They want to be bitter, they want to be mad, they're ignorant, they don't understand something, they're whatever it is, holding on to hate. It's like, imagine actually wasting your life hating on someone else. It's like just setting fire to money. It doesn't make sense. Like, you're literally you're giving your life over to someone else because the hate you hold in your heart for another person because of how they look, how they are, what they say, what they think, what they believe in, it only poisons the person that's hating. So it's like, any form of abuse, any form of hate that you receive, that person is sick. A healing of the heart's needed. A shift of perspective's needed. It's not your position, it's not your responsibility to shift that person's perspective. And I see a quote just before I jumped on here, and it was something like, I don't have to respect your beliefs. I respect that you hold those beliefs, but I don't have to respect the beliefs themselves. And I feel like that's really where we're at. It's like, I'm not here to fight the world. You want to believe that about me, believe whatever you want to believe. If someone has an opinion, if someone thinks something of me, to genuinely give them that, it's okay. But it doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean that you have to take that on as your narrative. That's their narrative. And if that's serving them, cool, and leave them there. So back to it. I'm just leaving my neighbour's house. And she asked me, like, Laura dear, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong? And I've read in the comment what was written, which was, you talk like you think you're black. So let's just work that out. You talk like you think you're black, meaning that every single black person on planet Earth speaks the same. Yeah, all over the world, in every single different country, every single black person speaks the same. That is the point that you're saying there to this person that commented this. When I see it, my first reaction, I just deleted the comment, because my new self-love training is when someone comments something that isn't for me, that isn't my truth, it's not going to affect my day. I'm not going to let it bring me down. I delete it. Now, this person didn't ruin my day. This person didn't affect my mood. But what did ruin my day and affect my mood is my own trigger. Because the thing that they commented, as much practice as I've put in of whatever anyone says about me doesn't really bother me anymore, this was a deep wound. And the reason why is because you see how I look. Okay, so yeah, white skin, blue eyes, fair, right? My dad's Jamaican and Romani. And I've lived with this my whole life because my ancestry, my ways, my life path is built around things that are me and have been me before me. And wherever you are, it's like, if I moved to France, I'd start speaking French. If I moved to China, I'd start speaking Chinese. Now, what this comment means, you speak like you think you're black, is actually so many ways of racism in this comment. Because you're firstly saying that all people with one skin colour speak the same way, which is absolutely ridiculous comment I've ever heard. The second thing that's being said here is the intention of it is it's not meant. I don't need an explanation to know intuitively what that comment meant. And how do I put this? What they're not saying that it's like, okay, what is the talk? What bit of my talk are you referring to? Because you're not, I'm pretty sure, yes, confirmation, guys, I know. But it's like, it's hard for me to say because we were going to say I'm assuming, but I'm not assuming because I know. And again, this comes down to looking down on a certain race. Because if I was speaking posh, that's not what they're referring. That's not what you're referring to. I'm just talking to this person directly. That's not what you're referring to, is it? So what you're trying to say is that all people with black skin speak the same, and everybody, and that same way of speaking is slang. That's what you're saying. So there's no, not you, but that's what they're saying. So there's no, it's just actually crazy, guys. It's hard to speak about this because obviously the world, like where we're at, you can't say this, you can't say that. But there's so much things being said out here that, well, everyone's, you know, anyway. So it's something I've battled with since I was young. This ignorant narrative, this idea. It's like, there's all different kinds of people with all different kinds of tone of voice, all different kinds of ways of being. Like, if I moved in with a prince and a princess that was having elocution lessons, I would speak posh. I've had to work in corporate settings. I've had to front many jobs for many years. Do I have many different sides of me? Yes. But are they all me? Yes. Do I need to prove any of that? No. But is this a topic right now that needs to be addressed? Yeah. And not everyone can speak on these things. There's a reason why I'm on planet Earth looking how I look, with the ancestry that I have, with the issues that I have and the gifts that I have. Like, it's a perfect combination for what my purpose is. It's not an accident. It's not an accident that I'm meant to get, like, it's like I'm meant to get that comment. This is meant to come to light. Because there are so many things that I actually haven't done because I don't want to offend anyone, or I don't want to upset anyone, because it's like, it's not your culture, it's not your way, but it's like, it's who I am, and who I am has nothing to do with the colour of my skin. And it's something that's held me back for a long time from really being myself, because I don't look stereotypically like who I am. And in terms of the way that I've been judged most of my life, and from all different kinds of races, it's like, it's just something dealing with, something I've dealt with, that I assume is just there to highlight. Firstly, it's like, let it go. That was my first thought. It's like, just let it go, because there's people like this. There's ignorant, racist donuts across the whole planet. There are. So we're going to take on everyone and their points of view. Are you going to try and right everyone's wrongs? Or do you just accept that, thank God you're you and you're not them, and keep it moving? But then it come through for me today strong to say, nah, like, don't just sit there and, it's like, if this person's got to say what they want to say, go and say what you want to say. Like, it ends with us. It ends with us. I'm not going to cower down to my ways. I'm not going to stop speaking how you think I should speak, or try and put on a front because I make you feel uncomfortable, or because you think I'm wrong for being me. And I feel like this is something we all need to get bold about, is, who are you? Forget what anyone has to say about it, and really stand in that truth, because everyone's got something to say. But I get, it's like finding, I don't know, it's like finding a balance. Sometimes I'm torn. Because the fact of the matter is, the way I look, I would not experience the things, and I wouldn't have experienced, and I don't experience many things that many do experience because of the colour of their skin. And certain things I want to do to celebrate myself, to celebrate my ancestors, I always stop and think, like, is this coming from a respectful place? How can I be respectful? How can I, not even respectful, but how can I be sensitive? Because as much as certain things shouldn't happen and certain things shouldn't have happened, they have. Like, people have been traumatized for just being who they are in all different ways, not just race. And I always feel like I want to have, like, I want to be mindful of that. I want to have, because it's like, especially the older generation, how would it make them feel to see somebody with white skin celebrating a culture that's theirs, that's home to them? But again, there's different perspectives. And I even thought this, even down to like braiding my hair, because of what people have gone through, how, like, what those braids truly mean, what they truly represent, and what they were actually used for. But then again, it's like, those that know me, like my 80-year-old neighbor, always ask me, like, when are you gonna braid your hair again? Like, she loves it, like, because she knows it's me, she knows it's love, she knows it's utmost respect, that it's a way that I can connect, that it's a way that I can celebrate who I am and those that came before me. It's a way to liberate myself and those that come before me. Because those that come before me weren't actually able to be themselves in many different ways, not just in terms of what we're speaking about today. So I get why people would be offended by the things I say, the way I am, or maybe what I do. And it's so valid. But I've come here to be me, and I'm going to have to do that because that is who I am. And I can't suppress that to comfort another's pain. As much as I feel like that's the least that everybody with white privilege should do. It's not okay. And even to the point when I see somebody from a, like, that isn't from that culture, or from a culture that wears or does certain things, doing it like cultural appropriation, I get so angry and I'm so triggered. And I know that that's how some people view me, 23. And it bothers me more that I would make someone feel a way and bring up memories and bring up pain that they don't want to feel, than me being judged. Because I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, I know who I am, and I know what my intuition says. I know what I feel, what feels right, what is me. It's like, it doesn't have to make sense to everyone, but again, comments like that, there is no room for, there is no time for. It's like, check yourself. If you can't say anything kind or celebrate another person for whatever it is, just don't say anything. It's such a throwaway comment as well, but the ignorance behind it is so complex. Even the comment in itself actually doesn't make sense. Like, if you was to write that out and try and work it out, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. It's like me saying, you sleep like you think you're white. Like, all white people sleep the same way. Like, all white people sleep with one leg in the air. Like, what is this? Like, what if the comment is so ridiculous? But it's not the first time, guys. It's not the first time. But again, many things coming up. I don't know why I've been guided to share this, because in my head, well, obviously not, but in my head, I'm like, there's no need for me to even bring this kind of stuff to light on this channel, because there are no idiots here. But comment says otherwise. So I thought, I'm just going to say what I want to say, because even if it's just one, even if there's just one ignorant person or one racist person, because it's not all ignorant, some people are just straight point racist. I'll be real, like, I try and dig into it, like, well, but it, like, what causes that hate? It's got to be taught, it's got to be learned. If you can learn to hate, you can learn to love. This is a narrative that's been fed into you. This is something that's been festering inside of you. Like, who taught you this idea of this? And I get it happens in many different ways all over the world for so many different things. It's always something, it's just hate. Whether it's how you look, how you are, what you do, where you're from, gender. You know, it's just always something. But it's like, this life's so short. And you want to, like, really, whoever you're hating on, like, you're fan clubbing that, because you're giving others your energy. Like, no one's thinking about you. Even now, me doing this video, this is why I didn't want to do it, because it's like, I don't want to give this person this energy. I don't want to, like, as if this person gets a whole video about them because of this one comment. But it's like, it's not about this person. It's not about you. But it's like, I'm grateful God sent you as the topic starter, as to open up the conversation. Like, you want to open up the conversation, we can open up the conversation. My video time's saying 28 minutes in, and I just ain't got nothing left. This isn't really coming out how I planned it to, how I wanted it to, because I didn't really have time to plan, but how I wanted it to. Do I think this is going to change anyone's mind? Do I think this is going to heal any racism in the world? Probably not. 111. But fucking had enough, mate. It's just like, yeah. Enough's enough, like, enough's enough. I'll pull a couple Capi, come on. I'm going to shake this off. Let's pull a couple Capi. See what wants to come out. I need to get back to my happy days. Dragon fruit, sunshine, grounding, mint tea, smelling the roses, Chariot, death. It's all going on, guys. It's all going on. Transformation. The Chariot, death, the magician. Empress, Knight of Swords, Three of Swords and Judgment, Ten of Swords, if you're not rich, you're about to be very rich. Jackpot kind of energy. There's it's like heartbreak, pain, decision that had to be made. It feels like choosing to break your own heart. You've had to walk away from something, leave something behind, face something head on. You made the right decision to break your own heart. Something wasn't for you as much as you enjoyed it, as much as you wanted it. That thing of sometimes we're glad we didn't get what we thought we wanted. It feels like one of them ones, something you really loved. It wasn't for your highest good. It had to be released. This is creating space for better. The Magician, transformation, death, Three of Pentacles. You asked to master your intuition. No fear. Stand in your truth. Say what you need to say. Phoenix rising. What's this first one on the right? Something's coming through. Some of you could be seeing yourself like you've missed, it's too late. It's too late to do something. You've missed an opportunity. You've missed your time. You're no good. You're never going to be good enough. You're a novice. It feels like comparison. Why you're never going to be good enough. It's like, oh, there's no point. Might not even bother. You're never going to be good enough as this. You're never going to be as good as this person. You can't ever. There's some kind of comparison here. Some kind of self-doubt. It feels like completely giving up on your dreams. Then something completely shifts. An idea that you had a long time ago comes back. It feels like it revitalizes you. It's refreshing. It's an idea that maybe you just thought was a waste of time, but then it's like, it makes you happy. It may not, it's like there may be something about this where you thought it wasn't the right option, the proper option. But it's something that lights you up, and it feels like something that that you've either just started working on or you're gonna continue to work on. It may be less money initially, but it's not for the long term. It's like having less to get more. It's like leaving a really highly paid job to start your own business and going through certain struggles. May not be that, but that kind of energy. Maybe you're not receiving something so, yes, hello, the Sun, Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you're not receiving something, it's like something hasn't come so easy. Hierophant, Eight of Wands. something hasn't come to you so easy in terms of like a wage. It just comes like maybe that kind of thing, like a 9 to 5. It feels like you've had to put down something or walk away from something, or like sell a home to go and build your own home and start from scratch. Something's took a lot of work. It's been a sacrifice to maybe have less than you could have in the short term, to have more than you could ever dream of in the long term. And it's something physical, but maybe it's not just finances. It feels like expanding something physically. Maybe property or land, or more than one business, different chain, like a chain of something. I don't know. It feels like the last fear, there's nothing left to fear. You could be getting a new home, guys, or like moving. This feels like a dream home. You could be having anxiety that something's not going to come up, something's not going to come through. It's like this happens in the most angelic way. It does feel like, yeah, 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups, ancestral healing, blessings. Guys, this is mad. It feels like you've literally healed. It's like healing ancestral trauma. You're about to be extremely abundant. It's a very detached energy. Something could have really pushed you to the edge. But it feels like all of a sudden, all the things that you felt like you couldn't do or you couldn't move, some kind of creative paralysis, it's like the fire's just lit and it's burning loud. It's the Lovers. It's like, okay, it's a choice. Let's just do it all. Let's just put it all out. Let's just get it all done. Let's take the risk. Let's just move. Something's in, like, in movement. Something, yeah, something you've dreamed of since a child. You've been so patient on this. This is something you may have given up on or starting to give up on ever coming to fruition. The Sun and the Emperor. Stop. 9 of Wands. Being guided to read that from Magical Course in Tarot, Michelle Morgan. The 9 of Wands, symbolic of strength. This card finds you standing firm, having earned your position through the lessons and challenges of the previous wands. This is a time for tremendous physical and mental discipline, as well as spiritual focus and connection. Your self-confidence is high and you direct your energy with accuracy and effect. Here is the warrior preparing to enter the tournament field, confident in his power and prowess, welcoming the chance to prove his might in a show of arms. Challenge becomes a thing to anticipate rather than avoid. With this 9, you face the future unafraid. Unafraid and getting paid, guys. 333. Gringotts energy. Feels like you're about to go all in. Could have been in between two worlds for a minute. Not anymore. Page of Cups. Wheel of Fortune, the Sun. You don't see something coming. It feels like you really could just be feeling down and out. Like, oh, yeah. Sure, it's blessings. Sure. Believe it when I say it. You're about to see it. Ace of Pentacles. I don't even know where any of the books are because I literally just come in like Snape. Pissed off this little snake. And didn't even check to see where anything was before I sat down to start my rant. Where is... Page number 44. Moldavite. Root chakra. Good things are coming to you, especially financial, in your work or career. I told you. Be clear in your intentions, because you tend to get what you ask for, and this can sometimes be unexpected if you are not precise. You're entering a good period in your life and will see the physical rewards of your hard work. Focus on your base chakra to drive you forward with balanced energy. Moldavite opens the mind to possibilities and will help you channel your intentions. This could be a good moment to begin a new project. A hair? A hair? Oh, I just went 1, 2, 3. King of Cups, King of Wands, King of Swords. What do we want next? Oh, this one's got a snake. Number 39, Rahel. I love snakes. I don't know if I actually love snakes. I've never really held a snake. I haven't really seen the snakes. But there's something about the snakes that just calm me down watching them. Not in real life. Maybe I wouldn't be so calm. I need to check that theory out, but... like on a screen while I'm drinking a hot chocolate, not in the bush with the snake hanging over my head. But you never know. Maybe I would be good. I need to go and meet a snake and see what they're saying. They're so beautiful. Oh my god, I'm looking in the wrong book. What an idiot. You're not an idiot. Mind that self-talk. My queen. My intelligent queen. He feels altruistic love for all on earth and considers them sons of God. He carries out exceptional healings with his hands and even with his mind, as well as through prayer and positive thoughts. His truth eternal, fulfilling the karmic mission of overcoming the bad. He is always studying ways and means for overcoming evil. He believes in miracles and that these happen through divine compassion. Planet Jupiter. Reasons for invoking: to preserve health and longevity, to protect us from evil, to help us see when we are acting wrongly, to influence love between parents and children, and obedience of the young towards their elders. And here we have number 43, Julia. He tends to mix well and is therefore successful at work, receiving gratitude for services rendered. He is influential among the famous, well-known and powerful, and he gains prestige from these circles. He implements up-to-date ideas and strategic actions in order to consolidate his position. Planet the Sun. Reasons for invoking: to have inner peace and prosperity, to destroy our internal enemies, such as fear, to be successful in just causes, to obtain favours from important people, for protection and prosperity in businesses. Page number 34. Yes, we have the horse, 35 power. Butterfly number 9. The heart power of the horse. The horse, oh, the horse. And 46, little bandit, the raccoon. Badger, aggressiveness and rolling with the punches, integration. Alligator, number 50. 47, number 35, page 177. Mighty horse, power to run across the open plains or to bring the vision of the shields dancing in purple dream rain. In understanding the power of horse, you may see how to strive for a balanced medicine shield. True power is wisdom found in remembering your total journey. Wisdom comes from remembering pathways you have walked in another person's moccasins. Compassion, caring, teaching, loving, and sharing your gifts, talents, and abilities are the gateways to power. Alligator, let me drop my judgments, accepting life with grace, so that forlorn care and worry will vanish from my face. Let me integrate each moment, digesting life with ease, counting all my experiences as equal opportunities. Page number 237. Something that's coming through as well is like, my child, we fought the fight. You can't fight. You can't win a fight that we've already won. There's nothing to fight. The fight only exists if you fight. Let it go. Don't fight to be you. Don't explain to be you. You're always going to get one. You're always going to get the good with the bad. The kind with the hurt. There's always going to be that. Don't waste your time trying to change the world. Don't waste your time trying to address people like how I have in this video. For real. Like, that's the example going through. Don't waste your time. Don't waste a minute of your life feeling away because of something that isn't you. Don't let anybody else's feelings or opinions, ideas, perspectives, beliefs steal your life, steal your time, a minute of your time. Anytime you feel to turn down or tone down what is you, honour yourself and turn it up even if it's uncomfortable. I'm going to check the Alice in Wonderland deck. Bit of a heavy reading today, guys. Again, I know it's not going to be for everyone. And my little rant in the beginning, a few comments about, maybe there's something in this again, about politics. Oh, it's like, as soon as you start talking about this, it's like, who's meant to stay will stay. If like things that I'm putting out aren't for you, there's a reason for that. And that's okay. And that's really where it's like we all need to get to. Someone else's choices, someone else's ways, someone else's life is none of our business. It's like, I'm happy that you're happy. We should be celebrating each other and be happy for each other that we're doing what's right for us. If that makes you happy, good for you. If that's and you're moving from your heart space, that's good for you. If it's genuinely right for you to unsubscribe from the channel, I genuinely would feel better about that than somebody subscribing that is there with the wrong intention, that doesn't really want to be there, that's there to hate. It's like, go on your way. Or if it's just not for you and it's not helping where you're at right now, and you need to take a break from these kind of narratives because it's not helpful and it's not healthy, then that's the right thing for you to do. And we should love and encourage each other to do that, even if it means even if it's not maybe the best case scenario for us. It's like, what others do isn't about us, it isn't for us to judge, to change, to waste time thinking about. Life's too precious. It's like the best way to ruin your health is to leave your own headspace and go to someone else's. Especially when their way of thinking or their beliefs don't align with you. Don't torture yourself for no reason. Just focus on your own happy. A queer looking party, number 8. Coming out from our own ocean of tears, Alice met a motley group of animals who were trying to dry off, just like she was. Among them, the dodo recommended they could all do a caucus race, which consisted of running in circles without anyone winning or losing. However absurd the race may have sounded, they indeed found themselves dry in the end. Sometimes the best solution to a problem is not the most logical, nor the one you were taught to address this kind of situation. Originality, or better yet, eccentricity, could prove to be very useful now. Do not dismiss too quickly what may seem wacky at first glance. Keep an open mind and put the proposal to the test before rejecting it, even if it looks crazy at first glance. Page number 22. Key question. The plan may look weird and unusual, but are you willing to give it a try and just see how it goes? Sacral chakra, reward myself. I know that I'm truly worthy and deserve to receive the good things in life, and I give myself permission to have them. It's time to enjoy the fruits of my labours. I aim to incorporate and embrace fun and joy in my life. I realise that all work and no play is a recipe for energy flow, disruption and exhaustion. I allow myself to experience and receive more pleasure in my life. And I am flexible and open to change. I am receptive to embracing activities and events that come my way, even those I may have avoided in the past. The cat. Make time to focus on your own spiritual well-being and connect to the metaphysical world around you. And we have the new moon. The time is ripe for seeking new opportunities. Go time. The moon, number 18. Powerful intuitive epiphany is letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. I'll catch you soon. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe, and sending so much love.